Welcome back to our little channel. My name is Manti, and today I want to share with you something amazing that has happened to me a few days ago. Somehow I managed to 3-mark my favorite tank in the game, the Leopard 1. I never thought that I have the skill enough to 3-mark a tier 10 tank, but somehow it has actually happened. I love my Leo 1. I think it's, at least for me, the best tank in the game. I have the most fun in the game. It has just all the right things, and because it doesn't have anything wrong with it that you have to fix, I can actually play it with the exhaust, CVS and the rammer most of the time. I do have a second setup without CVS, but I don't tend to use it that much, and I just keep playing this. To be fair, the Leo 1 didn't work for me for the first, I don't know, 50 games that I played in it, but eventually, when I settled on this setup, it really started to click. So I want to share with you the 7 games in a row, the 7-game session that brought me from below 90% to 95.06% to my 3 mark. But then Alex said that nobody wants to watch a 55-minute video about Leopard 1, so he told me to just do 3 games. I will rebel a little bit. I'll just do 4 games instead. But since I don't want this to be too long, let's just jump straight into the first game, shall we? And the first game is going to be Paris. It's a game I wanted to show you at first because I want to show you how the CVS works on a map that didn't used to be very good for medium tanks, but then Wargaming changed it quite a bit, and now it actually works kind of well. It's still not my favorite map ever, but it's better. It's better. So I am pre-aiming that bush in the back to see if anything gets spotted after firing there, but nothing is happening too much yet, but we will see, because the CVS will absolutely pay off. Okay, we'd have an E5 on the right and a pattern. And immediately that pattern gets just his HP deleted, and for me, for my marks, this is excellent news. Already on 2000 combined, this is just great, and the CV has just paid itself off right now already. Poor guy didn't get to play much, and I didn't even get spotted for shooting him. So we do have an E5 here on the right. Our pattern is also getting maybe blinded, maybe spotted, we will see. There seems to be like a 700 alpha gun up there, so that's probably going to be the Guerrilla, most likely. And we will just chill here, because there's time. Most of our team and most of the enemy team are at the heavy flank where they should be. And I am just trying to see here if I catch the E5. That's going to be a bit of posturing, a bit of trying to catch him. Meanwhile, I can talk a bit more about the strengths of these tanks. The shells, I don't want to shoot here. I don't want to shoot unless I'm at least behind two bushes. But on this pattern, I was totally prepared to take him out. And I didn't need to, because we do have a Hitchcaffer at the back there. So I am being mindful of the Guerrilla in the back, but Alec in my platoon has been working in his Crocodilo on the E5, and I didn't get spotted after shooting there. Of course, I didn't quite get the cupola. The E5 cupola can be a bit tricky, and I do see DRT. I'm trying to see exactly where he is, but he's going to be behind. And now that the E5 is a one-shot, I actually tell Alec that he can probably just leave, because if the E5 tries to follow him in, hello, Mr. Guerrilla. I will have a... Is he going to do that? Yeah, he's going to do that. That was a bit silly. I will absolutely finish off the E5, and because I'm this close to him, he will not even spot me, because he will get destroyed before the slight delay there is in spotting when World Games will trigger. So up to a certain distance, based on the shell velocity, you can actually destroy enemy tank without it spotting you back. And with that, I can actually follow in, follow through. Alec is going to slightly reposition, and I will try to use my CVS for further good. Okay, we have a CCS 63, back up behind the bushes, fire, make sure to go back, but again, I haven't been spotted. Most likely thanks to the exhaust as well. And I will continue fishing for these guys. Alec does get taken out. That is Rilla, and I do HE switch to plant a big shell into him, because this tank also has some nice HE shells. 510 HP is a decent increase, but 105 millimeters of penetration is very, very nice. And I do love to HE paper glass in this. Oh, hello. Mr. RT, I will also try to HE take him out. That's the second kill down. The game is still kind of even. I do have to find out about the Hirschkäfer there. He doesn't spot me. I still have my HE there. And I will ban him with HE as well. I did notice he fired, so I can be pretty safe. I will try actually put one more shell into him, because I am still in full HP, so I was totally ready to take that hit. I didn't need to, he didn't quite hit me. And just like that, it is over 5,000 combined for my marks, and this is already very excellent. There are going to be two more tanks behind that. There's going to be the CS63. He seems to be leaving, so I will make sure not to get surprised by Mr. Grilla, and now that the Grilla is out, I can most likely just drive in and take care of the CS63 as well. So it's 6 versus 6 right now, but very quickly we should be able to help our team, and the CS63 just apparently waited for the Hirschkäfer to arrive as well. So a Jagdpanzer could be very scary. It's not as scary sideways on. 4th kill is in. There is a badger in there as well, so I'm just, you know, taking it a bit carefully. But as soon as the badger gets spotted, I will take my shot on the lower plate. And the final accuracy of this gun is just excellent. Now, sadly, I will not get to enjoy the mouse, so let's quickly jump into the second game already. Now, the second game is going to be Prokhorovka. Normally, I would be playing the hill on the east with CVS to spot there through the bushes and snipe the guys in the middle, but I very quickly noticed that there are not only no light tanks, but the enemy team doesn't even have a good medium for doing any spotting. Now, my team does have a badge at 25, but I noticed right at the beginning that he doesn't seem to be playing yet. So, and now he is moving to the other flank, so I can safely, kinda safely, assume that anything that will come to the west part will get outspotted my CVS build. So I will actually take my CVS there. Now this E50M absolutely surprised me. That was a very quick drive up there to the ridgeline, and I do have to be careful not to lose too many hit points. There is a second shell incoming as well, and that is very much not a good start. I could have taken a much safer route into this alley here, but still, right now I want to be really aggressive, because what is going to be here? Just a pattern. Maybe that Cocodrillo? No, the Cocodrillo is going to be playing the middle or the hill anyway. So I am going to plant my Leo here, where I see through those bushes, where I can use my CVS for good. So I am already getting some spotting even on the 50M at the ridgeline. And again, I have to repeat, I would normally not play this side with Leo, but only this matchup is allowing me to do so. Normally, I would definitely play the hill and try to take over the control over the east side of the map from there. So let's see how this one plays out, because most of the TDs should be somewhere right in front of me, but I don't want to rush it too much. I need to be careful about the gaps in those bushes on the right here. So Leo is kind of big anyway, so I'm just gonna drive through some of these. I will make sure that these bushes are transparent and I can see through them, so I extend my range as much as possible. Now this BZ-75 behind me is telling me to fall back for some reason, and if I was him I wouldn't follow me too far in, and we will see soon if he's going to be doing and making that mistake or not. Okay, this is the first customer. I will auto aim on in, so I will prolong the spotting by 2 seconds with designated targets, and meanwhile I will also see what the Foch 155 is doing. Okay, 3 TDs right in front of me. The 1-4 team seems to be surviving for a little longer. The Foch takes a bit hit, but these guys, the E3 and the Foch, are kinda armored. So for my team back there sniping, it's not that easy. And I somehow missed that the BZ-75 already has just disappeared, so that's how those guys got spotted. But now that I know that even the enemy medium tanks are on the hill as well, I can slowly close in until I spot the E3 or the Foch in front of me with CVS, and I can be pretty safe in doing so, as long as nobody surprises me from my right. Now the E3 disappears, so I can move in a bit more. The 268 is also somewhere in there, but these guys will never outspot me as long as I play it safe. Okay, we have the E3 again, and I'm just letting the Krille, like in the Hori 3, and the FE from my back just take all this damage and count it for me for spotting for my third mark. So that E3 is taking hits left and right, but because it's an E3, he just can make it. And there we also had the 268. So the 268 should fall much easier than the E3. Now, we haven't seen the Foch 155 for a while now, and I do have to be careful not to get spotted through that line of bushes there. But as long as I'm spotting at least one of the tanks in front, I should be fine. My team is still holding in. We will see how long the middle of the map holds. But this E3 has been spotted for a while. He doesn't realize. I was really scared actually that he will just decide to go forward, and I will have to really try to run away so he doesn't actually manage to spot me. But as soon as he gets hit again, he starts reversing, and this is just the perfect situation for me, because this is where I'm most safe. Just at the right distance from the enemy TDs, and they're just going to take fire from Alec, from Effie, and from the gorilla in the back. So that's a good hit on the 268, another one from Alec as well. There is going to be the random event, and I am now noticing the BZ-75. If he gets an unlucky angle on me and spots me, this could be really bad, so I have to be now careful not to get spotted from the front and not to get spotted from the back as well. But for now, still seems pretty fine. Some good spotting backwards on the BZ-75. Now I'm getting really scared about this E3, because if he continues, my team will have too many issues with the BZ when it can over behind me. So right now I'm already considering my option. My team is starting to lose actually with this intrusion from these heavy tanks from the middle, and I do have to decide to start firing very soon, but I have to be so careful in doing so. But it probably is time. I will check the BZ behind me, and I will put one right under the lower plate of the E3. But I can probably just try again, because I didn't get spotted through all these bushes. Not from the BZ behind me, who does get destroyed. Not from the E3 in front of me. I take the E3, almost 9,000 spotting already, and my first shells fired as well. And I can now push forward, and we are running out of time. So we have to clean this side up to turn back and defend. So there's going to be the object 268. Still waiting for my team if they are going to hit it, because that Foch 155 could be a bit too close. And unless I know where he is, I can be very scary. So 268 is back. But I will have to start firing very soon to finish this side off. Okay, there's the Foch. So he is far enough, and I can absolutely shoot him into his lower plate. And unfortunately, don't quite pan, but oh well. I get to try again in just like 7 seconds or something. Exactly. That's a bit of a low roll. That's unfortunate. And already on the minimap, notice that E50M heading behind me to support his TDs to save them, and I need to move in now to deal with the E50 later. So I will aggressively just put in my shell, check on the E50 if he can shoot me or not. He gets hit from the other side. That's very good for me, because now he has to turn around, and now it's 5 versus 7, and it's going to start being really hard to claw back this game. So E50, the 50B in the background actually disorienting me for a bit, because I was not sure how far away he is. Okay, we do have the can opener. That should be an easy kill. Good. 4 kills for me, 3 kills for Alec. We need to start taking these guys out. Now the enemy team, somebody from the enemy team recognizes that they are actually in danger of losing this game, and so they start the cap, and me and Alec definitely decide, okay, we want to try to win this game. If we wanted to still keep playing for marks, we would probably just hang back in there and just snipe from the forest, but I want to win, so I want to sneak in under this 50B into the second line of bushes that got split by the falling plane. Sadly, the 50B pushes right at an unfortunate moment, and he is going to be taking me out of this game. So I do get an amazing addition to my mark progress. 10,000 spotting and 2,000 damage done is very good, but what a heartbreak. We would need a few more things to go our way, and we could get this game back. Sadly, it's not going to happen. Alec is going to fall very shortly, and the enemy team will actually cap it out, because they will never find the Minotauro in the back there. And it's a heartbreak, but this has definitely helped my marks a lot. So this was the biggest of the 7 games, at least for combined damage. Let's jump into the next one. The third replay I want to show you is from Lakeville. Now there are light tanks, well, I mean 1 on each side on this map. I'll try to get some shots on the BZ-75. I'll quickly realize I need to get closer. But this game probably could have been played with the second setup. I don't think that CVS is going to help me anyway, because the enemy light tank will just not be spottable if he gets into those bushes in the middle of the map on the other side of the lake. So in hindsight, I should have played this one with the vent instead of the CVS, but I haven't. Now, to clarify about this gun, because Alec or Thebe might tell you that the Leo gun is not as good as they wanted to, but this gun isn't just quite about the gun handling. It's more the final accuracy. The shell velocity is amazing. It's over 1613. So the gun isn't about moving on the move. It's the final accuracy, it's the shell velocity, and you don't we seem to lost the Sheridan. I thought it should be amphibious, but doesn't seem to be in the game. But as you will see, it's the final accuracy and the shell velocity of this gun that makes it work. It's not a gun that will just snapshots on the move. It's not a pattern. It's not the Centurion Action X. It's something a bit different. So you have to let it aim down, and it's interesting coming from me. Unfortunate. Interesting coming from me, because I very rarely let my gun aim down fully. So let's get back into this game. We seem to be winning at this point. We have lost to Sheridan, but for some reason, oh, there's the enemy light tank. The enemy light tank is playing the middle of the map, and he seems to be having some IS-7 issues. I did get some very, very nice shots into the city, but now I want to... Oops. Sorry, friend. I want to try to sneak in into this place, and that is the second light tank to just straight up drown in this game. Okay, at least it's not me. So let's see, some more nice shots into here, but this BZ-75 does spot me. Probably wasn't him, it probably was like Leo or the Progetto from the middle, because at this range with exhaust, the BZ shouldn't be spotting me before I fire. Oh, there we go. It's probably a 50-50M that was spotting me. So I do feel like I will have to exit this this position very shortly. We also have a Death Star pushing in, as this IS-7 just found out, and I just realized, okay, this is not going to work out. I need to get out of here, and I need to scratch my nose. Excuse me. So both me and Alec in his STB1 decide to hightail it out. The STB1 actually has better horsepower per ton, so he has a better acceleration. But as soon as it gets a bit flatter, the Leo 1's top speed will beat it. So I do get a nice spot on the Death Star, but unluckily I do bounce on his turret. And as you can see, I can just fire within 435 meters and still not get spotted. At least by most tanks. Most CDs and heavies, let's put it like that. Okay, this E50M seems to be just feasting on my team, so me and Alec decided to go in. I do decide to put one shot into him, but I have to be really careful about the Type 5 heavy on the right. The Type 5 gets the 430U. I try to get a fire on the E50M into his back, but there seems to be a bit too many tanks. I don't want to drive in front of the Type 5 heavy. I have to be careful about the Death Star and the Progetto in the middle, so I have to be a bit sneaky about things. I'll make sure that the Type 5 isn't paying attention to me. I will put one into him back. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be making sure to be pre-aimed on me, so instead I will again try to drive somewhere else and switch targets. Sadly, that isn't meant to be. Try to get this corner, but I can just circle, hold my shot and get his side, because the Type 5 heavy armor has been just deadly overbuffed, so you have to be so careful shooting it, I think. Okay, there is an E50M. I need to find him. This is just a beautiful shot. So I do find him. I have to make sure not to get taken out by the Death Star. That would be terrible. I am on 4,000 damage and a bit of spawning as well. But now I need to seize the progress of the Death Star, of that Progetto, and try to take him out from here. Now, I was trying to play a bit over here. I do fire at the Death Star, but again, in hindsight, now I basically get locked in here, because now he knows where I am, and I did have the chance to reposition myself. I'll try to make it out, but sadly, either the Progetto or the Death Star do spot me. Most likely the Progetto, he puts, what, 2 shots into me? Just 1 shot into me, and I do try to take the Death Star out. But now I have to stay in cover from both of them. 1 more shot. He doesn't quite get me, but now the Progetto is going to be pre-aiming from the right, the Death Star from the left, and I want to try to time it. And because my team is losing, I will try to take 1 more shot and try to get into cover, but it was not meant to be. And the Death Star was very quick to take me out. And for the fun of it, let's just watch in slow motion how well this Death Star has played me, and he's basically tricked me. So I wait for my reload, and I'm watching him, I'm waiting for him to get unspotted. My first mistake was thinking that I'm actually going to be behind that bush. My second mistake was me getting baited by him, because he started moving just as he was getting unspotted. But he absolutely tricked me. He wasn't actually going to move behind that bush, and he does spot me and he does get me out. So this is a Nice slow-mo fireball for Mr. Bart there in the comments as well. Let's jump into the last game. And the last game I will be showing you today is from Live Oaks, and here it's going to be again a beautiful show about how repositioning and a sneaky medium tank with a beautiful gun can just work out and work the enemy team. Now the bad chat he was a bit overconfident there, and with the shell velocity here I have just no issues hitting him, even though he was traveling quite quickly at the start. But I do not get to fire a third time at him, and he gets taken out very quickly. Now Alec there is playing his CS63, so of course he's already in position. And again, I will be using my CVS to try to see what awaits us in front. Now also pay attention to the heavy flank back on the minimap. And it seems like there's not going to be anything in front, so me, Alec, and this TVP all decide to try to push in a bit more. Now, there is a Type 5 heavy right in front, and that's going to be quite a big target for us. I thought he was actually falling backwards, but he was actually trying forwards, and he's slowly closing in on us, and that could be an issue. Okay. FV getting spotted, I'm gonna fire at him. I don't even get spotted. Alec also taking shot. He wasn't spotting for himself, so I get the half of the spotting there. And just like that, just like that, there was already 2000 into combined. Just so nice. This thing is just so beautiful. Okay, but a Type 5 heavy is actually going to be a big issue for us. Not much DSTB, but I do have to be careful. I don't want to get shot by the Type 5 heavy, and I definitely don't want to get hit by HE from Type 5 heavy, so I have to be careful there. I will make a bit of a cheeky shot here from the side. Beautiful work, but I have to be very careful. And yeah, because our TVP is already done for, we will have to be very careful if the Type 5 heavy gets too close to us. Now, we do have a T-57 here with us, and yeah, that shot wasn't enough. Type 5 heavy just having way too much armor for what it is these days. Well, Alec also getting some cheeky shots in there. I'm gonna try to join, but I have to be careful also not to get hit back by the Death Star. So I don't want to overcommit. Did I get proxy spotted? I did get proxy spotted. And at this point, it's starting to look kinda ugly here. Now, our heavy tanks are absolutely just blasting through. This MX-30B seems to be wanting to play a little bit. So I'll try to get in the shots. I do trade 1 for 1. I actually low roll quite a bit, so I do lose out in the trade. But it's okay. But at this point, the Type 5 heavy should be coming around the corner very quickly. Now, Alec has already basically left. This Type 5 heavy is also circling the route. And I'm just going to follow Alec away very shortly to instead try to look at some other tanks. And yeah, here, finally, it's clear to me that this is not the place to be. Okay. But now, let's make this beautiful gun work? Question mark? Second time? Okay, a second time then. But I will not get to fire a third because he is already behind those buildings. Now there's a second TD just parading around. It's actually not even trying to escape, so I just have 3 shots into him from this beautiful location. Now the T-57 heavy gets taken out, and good for me and Alec that we decided to go away. I was trying to see if I can play against the Death Star there. Maybe I'm gonna have a shot here. Unfortunately, maybe a bit rushed, but again, he has not spotted me. Okay, 2685, much easier shot there. So he gets taken out, and me and Alec do continue. Now our team has just absolutely ravaged the enemy heavy flank. So Now the hunt and the race for hit points is on. I do get to spot the Type Heavy. He does spot me back. He doesn't hit me, so I do get a free shot on him. But it's a Type High Heavy. I've said Type High Heavy so much in this game, but he has been such an issue for me now. Like, and we are doing our best not to just play against him straight. So I tell her, like, look, I'm going to circle around. I'm going to take care of the 30B, and then finally we can go in and take that Japanese super heavy tank out of that picture. He did just fire. And now I just do have enough hit points to just rush in. So why not just shoot on the move? You never know. You could get lucky. But he doesn't have the alpha to just finish me off. So I'll just take the one. I will not take one. And again, just like before, getting his side to make exactly sure I will take him out. And a second chop up his behind there. So this, what I'm going to show you right now, has been the 7 games in a row, the 7-game session I've had in my Leopard 1 that did take me from somewhere like 89 point something percent over 95%, and it has been a wild ride, and it has been such a joy to be playing that Leopard 1 and to have it work that good. It's just an amazing tank, and unlike with most other tanks that I stop playing after I reach usually a second mark, I will not stop playing the Leopard 1. I will continue just playing this exact build, as you can see, and I will continue enjoying this tank because I just love it. It's just lovely, and don't mind whatever Alec or CB will tell you, probably down in the comments. Anyway, finally, that's it from me for this video, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you did enjoy this style of video, and maybe I will come back with another one at some point. All right, take care.